First of all, I'm going to
Fleet ready.
make sure my towns are being built up. So here, additional town watch brigade to keep the town happy. Here we have to get those paved roads out because very difficult distances for people to actually travel through here.
Orders.
I've done so better roads would improve this, and will improve trade as well. And I'm gonna do this again through the empire. Here my army, it has to march forward. The cavalry brigades will have to trail. So where will I go? Let's find out what lies in the north. It looks like this settlement belongs to the Gauls as well.
On my way.
And I could launch one army north, one army south. Here we have a series of armies that could hinder things for us here. So, in order for me to assure victory, I have to march my Principes south towards Massilia, or west towards Massilia, and that's south of Alesia, and take the settlement, try to fight these Gaul forces. Now we do have a family member here. He needs to be retrained. He's a bureaucrat, been in wars, publicly loyal. I like the fact that he's a bureaucrat, and I would like to assign him as one of the governors out there. Governors is
Ready to sail. Ready to sail.
I mean, there is certainly a lack for governors out here.
Captain.
In any case,
General.
the battle for Sarini, it looks like that's gonna be an easy victory for us.
Victory! Rome has conquered.
Very good. Let's just occupy this. What do we have here? Shrine to Athena. Public order to happiness 5%, public bonus due to law 5%. This shrine is dedicated to Athena, the goddess of wisdom, war and craftsmen. She is also the patron of the city of Athens, the home of democracy. Athena not only gave humankind many of the crafts and skills needed to survive and prosper, she also sponsors many mighty warriors. Religion also makes a people feel happy and content to know that the gods are honored. We're going to tear it down and construct a shrine of Jupiter. In fact, let's take a look if within our empires we have shrines dedicated to only our own gods, and it looks like that's the case. As you can see, we are not spending money on religion that isn't ours, nor do we allow people to believe in the religion that isn't ours. Here, I'm going to merge some of these, and we'll have to stay here for a while. I see that their faction leader is close by. All in all, the Medians have proved to be relatively weak due to the fact that they couldn't mount a significant force, probably due to the desert regions that are not very populated. Here we see that the Scipii made a name for themselves, conquered Greece, another Kedonia, and they'll be moving east, I guess, while the Brutii will move north. Let's take a look at the 7th floor. Nothing too significant. The higher the people tab grows, that means the more we're dangerous to the Senate, and it means that the civil war may erupt. The more we're happy with the Senate, the better it is for us overall. Lower popularity with the Senate
At your service.
may
On my way.
mean civil war as well.
Sir.
And
Who shall die this day?
here, for example, we could try to assassinate this guy. Let's see how this will work. Will we be able to do it? It looks like it was successful. Assassination. Assassination mission success. Basilides of Segesta. This man has been successfully eliminated. Another rival sent to join the ranks of the mains. The wrestler is dead. Look at that. He is from Segesta, and we hold Segesta. So it looks like he was born here, traveled to Balkans, and became a ruler of one of the factions there. Good.
Waiting for
In
orders.
fact, that was the Greeks. And
At your service.
furthermore, I'm gonna send my spies a little bit north. That's it. Furthermore,
Imperator! Attack! Victory! Attack!
let's
Besieging settlement, sir!
siege
Settlement under
settlement
siege, sir!
right here. Here we see a new unit called Druids. Chanting inspires nearby troops, expert at hiding in woods, combat bonus in woods or snow, excellent morale, very good stamina. Druids are spiritual leaders with practical fighting skills who instill confidence in nearby friendly warriors. They have a religious zeal that gives them great courage, and their mere presence fills nearby believers with confidence. Positioned just behind the battle line, Druids can also form a powerful reserve ready to join the fray at crucial moment. Equipped with sickle-shaped swords and small shields, the mail-clad Druids are excellent fighters. Their good war gear is a reflection of their status as teachers, judges, soothsayers, and the focal point of religion and magic amongst their people. As Celtic cultures lack a written form, they are also the memory of the tribe as well, remembering all the important facts of tribal history. Historically, the Romans despised and then targeted these men because they practiced particularly savage forms of human sacrifice and because of their cultural importance. When a tribe's history was wiped out, it became a little easier to bend the people to the will of Rome. Okay, they are very good fighters, and they have very good defense as well. In any case, they left Massilia for us, just like that, and it looks like they will not be defending it anytime soon. And
Orders! Move out!
that looks like it's all. Okay, it looks little did I knew that they will strike me after I siege the settlement. So what do we have here? Quite a few swordsmen, warband, skirmish warband. They start to rely a lot more on swordsmen than on warbands with spears. The battle is being led by a family member in a faction heir. That's the faction heir himself, Mary Yadok of Aruris. Good commander, Command talent, faction heir, flexible. This man is regarded as morally flexible. Somehow, doing the right thing does not come naturally to him. 20% decrease the cost to bribe. Testy. This man suffers from irrational bouts of irritation at the shortcomings of his underlings. They suffer as a result. -1 influence, +1 command. Okay, his supporting officer here is Gortern of Mosa. As well, not a very good commander, but this guy has quite a few retinues. A pet hunting dog, +1 to line of sight. Beastmaster, a servant who can handle any animal, may be useful on campaign. +1 command when commanding cavalry. 15% discount on animal unit training cost. Priest of Abnoba. A priest spends half of a lifetime studying subjects related to his god. He can spend the other half putting it to good use. That gives him plus management, +2 command when ambushing, +1 line of sight. So he has +2 line of sight in total. So an army led by him gives quite a few benefits. All in all, he's a good commander, sneaky ambusher. This man is cunning attacker. The first and last thing his enemies know of his plans is that they are dead. Favor of the gods. This man has the favor of the gods. They watch over his every move, shielding him from harm. Oh yes, they do this. +1 influence, -1 from personal security. He's a minion. This man is developing an unsavory reputation as a servile cur, as he has been willing to submit to the amorous advances of other men. -1 influence. Okay. So let's move into this battle. It looks like they will be attacking from the other side of the river, so if we'll end up in a bridge battle where they're going to attack us, we will undoubtedly be in a very good position from which
Men! We face adversity!
I could gain a lot, but it doesn't seem so though. It doesn't look like they'll be fighting on the river. In any case, I have quite a few equities here, and I'll try to put these to good use. So as you can see, there is without a doubt quite a few of us here. In fact, I should probably even add up the main commander here.
The enemy have brought up more men!
They did brought more men, but it's not that many more men though. So it's fine. Besides that, it looks like they will be launching an offensive on us. I want to get my cavalry in a position. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to face them in the frontline positions. At the same time, we will hit them with a cavalry charge to the back. Okay, right there. They are making a war cry, which obviously helps them. Okay, they will be launching an attack on us now. I'm going to issue my own orders to assault them. And as you can see on the main battle line here, we are doing it. Looks like our might is without a doubt serious. We can easily just outlast them through the sheer numbers that we possess, and that's what we're going to rely upon that's what this is all about so far. And it looks like we're breaking them. We're breaking them through the board. And they will not be holding this for long. Our Hastati force here is exactly where we want it to be. They're all routing. Their general's cavalry unit has been surrounded and is being eliminated. Now, what do I need to do here, really?
The enemy general is slain, and now he's... The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
On hunting down their remaining brigades, while my cavalry will sweep onto the rest of them. There are still a couple of brigades that came from the city itself, and we have to annihilate them so that we could take the city. So we won't be in a hurry. Where's the line? Right there. Let's kill these guys off. So, what are they up to? For as long as they're not running, it's fine. And it looks to me that they are running. Okay, these warband warriors will be hit by many javelins now. And they will start to run at any point. As you can see, they started running quite fast.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Let's make sure that we annihilate all of them. All of them to the last. There, maybe javelin fire would help. It's unclear. Well, I'm not even sure if he would be considered as a unit though, because that's the captain from the city, or their governor. In any case,
this is a heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms!
Without a doubt, it was very successful for us. As you can see, that better armor, experience, better weapons, and the cavalry charge has given us the victory that we wanted. So what should I do with these people? I'm going to just simply occupy the settlement, because I think that I'm going to stay there for a little while. And while I'm there, I will eliminate the rest of these barbarians. Furthermore, they want us to blockade the port. The Spanish have started the war against us.
Fleet ready!
Oh well.
Aye, aye, Captain!
So, what am I going to do first? I'm going to send my army out from the ships.
Sir, prepare for battle! Imperator, prepare for battle!
And we'll try to defend our settlement here against these Spanish warriors. So what do they have? Iberian infantry. Iberian infantry are fast-moving, close combat infantry. They may not be the best trained troops, but they're cost-effective warriors. They are one of the basic units available to generals in the Carthaginian-influenced world. Every Iberian infantryman carries a shield in addition to his short sword, but his only other protection is a helmet. He relies on speed and agility instead of armor. They are best employed against enemy spearmen and, like other infantry, can be vulnerable to cavalry attacks. As well, there are naked fanatics. Warcry improves attack, expert at hiding in woods, combat bonus in woods or snow, may charge without orders, good morale, good stamina. There are warriors amongst the barbarian ranks, whose love of battle is such that they live for little else. Clad only in flimsy loincloths, the fanatics whip themselves into a frenzy by chanting, beating themselves and drinking heavily. In this state, they make an unnerving sight on the battlefield. They are best sent into battle in mass, shocking the enemy by ferocious charge, but they should be kept away from enemy cavalry. They carry just swords and shields and have practically no discipline, but they can cause heavy casualties amongst most enemies. They fight mostly, if not completely naked, to emphasize their own fierciousness and utter lack of fear. Scars and tattoos adorn their skin and they let their hair grow wild. Only after a kill is their hair cut, often with a sword blade, while standing over a freshly dead foe. While their reckless courage is not in doubt, they can lack the cohesion and discipline to adapt to setbacks, breaking and running in confusion when subjected to severe pressure. Okay, let's annihilate them here. Okay, that was good.
March!
I like the sound of victory and glory. Blockade Massilia. Your mission to blockade this port is no longer relevant. So they also have an army here.
Fleet ready!
Let's attack their navy.
Victory!
I'm going to keep a force that will be used to
joining the fleet, sir.
ferry the troops, and at the same time I'll be going after them into the port. Settlement besieged Siberian Media. Okay. Another settlement siege here. We clear this out. End of term report. We're making money. Strongest faction. We are currently the strongest faction. Trait increase. Good commander, that's +2. Command. He's confident in defense, he's fertile, good commander, local hero. Dislikes farming though. Construction report. Recruitment. Diplomatic information. The following factions are now at war with each other. Spain, the House of Julii. I see that here we're soon to have more major problems
General. Imperator.
due to
Orders. Move out.
the rebellions
Moves depleted.
taking
sir.
place.
March. Orders.
So probably my army could stay here
Imperator.
for a short while and make sure that Mediolanum stays Roman without the people
Imperator.
rebelling.
Prepare for battle.
Furthermore,
Victory!
it's time to clear the land around
Imperator.
Massilia.
Prepare for battle. Victory! Prepare for battle. Victory!
They have not been defeated
Attack!
easily. We have barbarian peasants. Peasants are reluctant warriors, but barbarian peasants are better fighters than most. Hard-lived lives produce hard men. Numbers are useful in all armies, and forcing peasants to fight is one way of getting lots of men in the field quickly and cheaply. They have little tactical sense and even less willingness to fight. They would rather be defending their own homes than be dragged to a battle they neither care about nor understand. They are, however, experts at reading the land and hiding when there is cover. there's also Rebel General. A barbarian warlord surrounds himself with fierce warriors as a personal guard. These spear-armed cavalry are an elite reserve for use in a moment of crisis. Every warlord commands by right of personal courage as such as tactical skill, and this is doubly true for a rebel who has gone against the established order of his tribe and people. He and his guards are equipped as a cavalry with spears, leather armor and shields so that they can dash to any point on the battlefield. The warlord can inspire his men to greater efforts just by his presence, and also has enough men in his guard to be a significant force. Okay, let's clear them out of here.
Victory!
It looks like I will not be even able to get back in here, and let's leave it be for now like that.
General!
All in all, it's fine. It's time to land on an island here.
Aye, aye, Captain! Disembark!
It looks like they are not even garrisoning the city. And who is here anyway? A family member. We still don't know much about him though.
Imperator!
And
Engage the enemy!
we have to land. Look at that, there's more. A faction leader was also residing here. He's 50 years old. He has a merchant in his retinue. He's a skilled bureaucrat, Catamite. This man's desires have turned along dark paths, much to the unease of his underlings. That's minus 2 influence, rational beliefs. The stars are just lights in the sky for this man. They do not rule his destiny. Plus 1 management. He's also a faction leader. Man with some command. Under his belt is Tavnit Stipasa. He's just a good commander. It's going to be an easy victory for us. In all, we killed
General, prepare for battle.
the faction leader there.
Settlement under siege, sir.
And we'll soon take the settlement as well. I think that I need to increase my navy presence here slightly. Also, here I'm being attacked by their
Imperator, prepare for battle.
faction leader, Abdi Milki. He has a tutor, that's one of his retinues. Learning to learn can only be of benefit to a statesman. He's devout. This man has sincere religious beliefs and respects those of others. Prim. Correctness in all things make this man a little humorless. His fussy standards are almost impossible to meet. Minus 1 influence, plus 2 to unrest, has negative effect on public order, plus 2 to law. Positive. This man has a positive attitude that makes him a pleasure to work under. Plus 1 influence, plus 1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. Bloody. This man enjoys the sight of blood, particularly that of his enemies. Plus 1 command, plus 1 morale, so very good morale. Careless of security. Personal security is not a high priority for this man, even-handed. This man has a fine legal mind and a good sense of what constitutes a just decision. Plus 2, plus 1 to law. And he is as well a faction leader, 29-year-old. What can I say? He has a very large contingent of general's bodyguards. And these are very effective against
Units, await my orders! Forward!
everything that we have. But one way or another, we still have the numbers, right?
Units, stand and fight!
Or so I would like to think.
Group disperse!
First of all, I'm gonna get these guys in here.
Forward!
And the hoplites are the main unit that hopefully is going to do damage. So I would like to hit him heavily, very heavily with all of my ranged troops, while at the same time I want my hoplites, mercenary hoplites, to do the fighting itself, because they can't really go through these. There's not many of these here.
Hoplites versus standard for march. Go, go, go!
As you can see, but they should be just enough to stop the enemy in its tracks. So, it looks like we did manage to exit the city safely, and we are prepared to flank them, and they are already heading for the hills. A good question is, are they for real? So let's see where this is going to take them. The most important thing here is for the general to just die. And look at that, it looks like the general
Your victory could not have
just
been
retreated. So the fact that he has retreated is very surprising.
Victory!
And
Sir, move out!
as far as I can tell, that means
Sir! Orders! March!
that the city is ours.
Orders! Onward! Moves depleted!
Okay,
Sir!
let's see if there's anything else we can build. We had the governor's villa here, a land clearance, a trader, barracks for the town watch only, and a port. A port brings trade and wealth to a settlement and allows the construction of simple ships. Access to the sea is vital for all long-distance trade. The sea lanes are the true highways of the world, and carrying goods by ship is the only way to move them cheaply enough to make a profit. Indeed, it is usually cheaper and quicker to send a cargo halfway across the world by sea than to the next city in a cart. Okay. Furthermore,
Orders!
what else is out there that needs some kind of a construction? I'm not gonna build anything there just yet. As you can see, I'm focusing quite a lot on economic buildings. Later I'll just turn on something like auto construction, and then the governors within the cities build whatever they want. And they may focus quite a bit on military buildings that wouldn't make my empire richer suddenly, but at least I won't have to do all the hard work myself. It looks like the Gauls didn't attack Massilia here, and it started to riot, but fine with me. Now it's done for. A blacksmith provides superior quality weaponry for any warriors from the settlement. His skills in metalworking are exceptional, far beyond those of ordinary smiths who make agricultural implements. He is an important man in the community, as good weapons are always valued by the men who have to use them. A blacksmith who can make a strong sword that won't break or bend in combat is a great asset to his people. Okay, here we're finally going to retrain, as well as make sure that this isn't here. Macedon has been completely eliminated here by the Brutii, and Brutii, as you can see on the map, the green color, has carved themselves a sizable empire. Strongest faction is now Egypt. End of term report. In here, quite a few constructions have taken place. And the following fascists are at war. Other Roman families are at war against Spain. Egypt declared that they're allies with Armenia, and the great cities and the House of Bruttier are at peace, while the Gaul and the Senate are at peace as well. A Senate doesn't really mean much because they don't go out conquering. That's the thing.
General, march!
In any case,
March! Out of move, sir!
here it looks like Mediolanum has been finished with his expansion. I'm going to build a temple of Jupiter, or maybe no, maybe an army barracks here, large army barracks. These imposing barracks are often the largest buildings in a city after the palace and include extensive drill and training yards. No matter where they are built within the empire, the design is standardized, helping to make the army efficient. Discipline is harsh, but the resulting legionnaires are the best regular soldiers in the world. Good to know that, and we'll be able to build Triaria from here.
Imperator, march! Sir!
Or maybe best if I build my blacksmiths first. However, here I see that the people are still not very happy with this settlement. On Brest is playing a huge part, which should go down. I'm just gonna focus on Temple of Jupiter for now to keep this in check, and won't be focusing on military expansions there just yet. Keeping high tax rate has never been so difficult.
Sir!
Okay, here we will finally be able to cross
to the ships!
onto another continent.
Aye aye, Captain! Disembark! Sir! Engage the enemy! Fleet
And
ready!
that's
Attack!
it. Look at that, we have been defeated by them.
Sir! Ready to sail!
Let's fight them
Prepare
again.
to engage! Victory!
So the
Aye,
Gauls
Captain.
are
Prepare
making
to engage!
better ships
to
than
sail.
we do.
Attack!
Besides, they have boats here. These vessels are seaworthy but small, craft capable of carrying a small cargo or a few men along coastal roads. Like other ships of the time, these craft use sail when cruising and oar powers when in combat. This type of boat represents the various flat-bottomed Celtic curraghs, the seaworthy Germanic narrowboats, and African biblo ships, for example. The most barbarians lack the civilized shipbuilding skills of the Greeks, Carthaginians, and Romans, but within their limitations, these are sturdy craft. The almost instinctively seamanship of their crews helps them travel surprisingly long distances without danger. Okay. Let's clear them out and move on with the Sun orders to blockade the port. Here, Palma, we will take it easily enough. And I'm going to occupy it. There's not enough people here anyway. Also, there's a shrine of Baal. The shrine is dedicated to Baal, the ruler of the universe and the rider of the clouds. He is the source of life and a powerful god of war. He is the god on which all others depend, and a wielder of thunderbolts. Worship of Baal also includes child sacrifice and holy prostitution, amongst its other observances.
Ready to sail! Prepare to engage!
Also, let's attack
Prepare for battle!
Spanish ships around here.
Ready to sail!
As you can see, they have quite a few ships here.
Ready to sail!
So,
Imperator!
it's certainly not good. but we're doing our best. This force will finally be equipped with better weapons.
Imperator!
My main army.
Yes, Master.
Should they march north,
Imperator!
it's probably
Can't
best
do it, sir.
if they march
No more moves, sir.
west before
Move
they
out.
march north. End of turn. We're making a lot of money. Tertius Harea, priest of Jupiter. Lucius Julius, an architect. One of his retinues here. He's currently holding an office of censor. Very influential man. The following factions are now at war with each other: Parthia, Scythia, Senate Gaul, the House of Bruttii, the Greek cities. The following factions declare the ceasefire: the Greek cities, and SPQR, which stands for the Senate. I like to call it Senate rather than by the abbreviation.
Orders! Move out!
I'm sending
Move depleted, sir.
the general to Mediolanium so that they could take up a position here. We're going to further expand, build ourselves a shrine, and it looks like that's all has started. There's quite a few has started that can be constructed here, and I will do just that, build myself a hastati here, and will travel to get rid of the last of those people there, the Numidians.
Ready to sail!
Here
No more moves,
we'll
sir.
get our navies together
Yes, Captain! Set sail!
and we'll
Aye,
go
Captain. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Set
hunting
sail! Fleet ready! Moves depleted, sir! Fleet ready! Prepare for battle!
those
Aye,
barbarians.
Captain. Prepare for battle!
It
Moves
says we're
depleted,
we are paying 18,553
Sir! Engage the
for the
enemy!
military,
Besieging settlements, sir!
and that's a bit less
Settlement under siege, sir!
than what I remember. Here we have surrounded their forts, but at the same time Spanish
Aye, Captain.
armies close by as well.
Withdraw! Withdraw! Out of
Looks
move, sir!
like
Fleet
our
ready.
ships are
Set
just
sail!
not good enough against theirs. Oh, look at that, the highway. The Roman roads allow swift movement by large armies to defend the empire, as engineering works there unmatched in the rest of the world. The straight line simplicity of these roads hides the genius that has gone into their careful construction. Few other nations can match Roman engineering, as they can carry almost limitless military traffic. Let's build these. And construct a blacksmith here. More sea trade. Currently we only have a port here, but we still get 2 lanes, surprisingly. Maybe one incoming, one exiting. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just overcrowding themselves like that.
Orders!
Here
Sir!
I have to leave,
Move out!
and it looks like these people will be very, very happy with that, even with high unrest and such.
Sir! Boarding! Set sail!
I'm taking this
Disembark.
army,
Imperator! Attack! Fleet
sailing
ready!
into the
Aye,
continent, and there
Fleet ready!
we'll try to dominate. So we have 2 armies in Iberia right now.
Orders.
And things are looking good. All in all, 4 armies will be fighting Iberians and the Gauls.
Withdraw! Withdraw!
Our navy is
depleted, sir! Our fleet is under attack!
suffering
Victory!
consistent
Our fleet is
defeats,
under attack!
and Gauls have a lot of navies all over the place. Here we're engaged by them, and we will not fight. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh wow, that was bad. That was bad. It looks like my army wasn't able to retreat anywhere, and
Orders? Not possible, sir!
that's the reason why they all just surrendered, or kind of collapsed, whatever you want to call it.
Withdraw! Withdraw! Moves depleted, sir! Our fleet is under
So
attack!
these battles here
Withdraw!
are the
Withdraw!
same.
Moves depleted, sir! Our fleet is under attack!
There we see how Dacians are fighting. Spanish want ceasefire. That's an interesting one. This time they're offering us ceasefire. I could go and defeat Gaul, turn around and defeat the Spanish, then I will agree to this. Would they agree to trade? They would. So it looks like our relationship wasn't completely disastrous after all.
Sir!
So this army
Onward!
just simply needs to travel north.
No more moves, sir!
This force
General!
needs to
Joining the fleet, sir! Yes, Captain! No more moves,
sail
sir!
to Massilia, where they will be able to recover
Fleet ready.
themselves.
Fleet ready!
As you can see, they have quite a few brigades where they've suffered casualties. Egypt is the most advanced faction so far. Coming of age, Caius Julius. He's right there at the front line. A few retinues expand, a mentor. An older, wiser man can be useful guide and a sounding board in times of trouble. He's confident in defense, poor trader, firm personal morality. This man behaves at all times in a correct fashion and insists on doing what is right rather than what is convenient. Okay. The following factions are now at war. Senate, the Greek cities. The following factions declare the ceasefire: Spain, the House of Julii, Armenia, Parthia, and Egypt. So it looks like Parthia is making peace treaties. Our cavalry has been retrained in northern Italy. And so we will trail them behind
Moves
the
depleted,
main
sir!
force.
Sir! Onward!
Here, this governor did manage to put an end to
Orders!
all that bad
Imperator!
behavior.
Orders! Move out!
This force
General! General!
will be marching forward
Yes,
to
master.
meet the
Secrecy
enemies
is
of ours.
on my way. Yes, master.
Okay, I have a much better view. It looks like I'm at an advantage here. I believe so. I'm going to march
Move out! No more moves,
towards
sir! Onward!
Lemonum, and I plan to take it.
Imperator!
This army,
Forward!
on the other hand, will go to Massilia, or at least close to it. It depends.
Out of moves,
And
sir!
this
Fleet
army will
ready!
probably
Yes, Captain!
stay there for a while, recover.
Sir! Move out!
So, all in all, it's not bad. Also, here I'm going to automate construction through the board. Only construction. And I overall trust in the governor's abilities to do it, I'm just gonna set the focus on financial. This will increase the taxes, which will reduce public order, and I'll just have to manage that, the only thing. And it can be done everywhere though. And this will consume most of the money. That's our retium. But I'm here, things are not looking good at all. He's a poor farmer, unfortunately. In any case, it's still not rebelling. And everything is more or less set and balanced, unless it's, for example, a very, very crucial frontline settlement, for example. So a lot more power has been given to the governing bodies, and I'm a lot less of an dictator than I ever was. And the empire is really, really large now. It's good. I like what I see here. Also, I wonder, would the ships travel much faster? Here, for example.
Yes, Captain.
It looks to me so.
Sir, forward.
So maybe it's best to
March.
not
Can't do it,
much
sir.
here.
Move out.
7 turns.
Forward.
Maybe I can do it
Fleet
a
ready.
little
Fleet
bit
ready.
faster with more danger. We'll see. Oh, look at that.
Imperator.
There could be
Onward. We can't do that, sir. March.
gold settlement here, so that's exactly what we're gonna go
Sir.
to
Leaving the army.
scout
Moves depleted.
there. I'm further attacking all ships. It looks like in some cases we do manage to do it. Oh, look at that, the Spanish would attack us nevertheless. If they see weakness, they will start a war. So it looks like they, the Spanish have
Orders. Aye, Captain.
hated us
Set
more,
sail.
or were afraid of us more than I anticipated. Just when we separated our cavalry, they just ignored the peace treaty and assaulted the cavalrymen.
Sir.
In any case,
Onward.
the army marches forward. And we're in gold territory with 2 armies
Out of
now.
move, sir. Orders. Move out. Moves depleted.
And counting.
Sir. Move out.
Popularity falls with the masses. Your support amongst the common people on the streets of Rome is ebbing away. No one can hope to challenge the Senate without at least some support from the people. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. A new faction heir, Amulius Victor, took office. And that's the one that's currently in Massilia. He's military genius, widely extravagant. Nice things cost money, according to this man's philosophy. And where that money comes from matters not a jot. Abstemious, choosing not to indulge in even the smallest of alcohol pleasures. Every move this man makes is sober and considered. He's conqueror. If you kill a man, you're a murderer. Kill many and you're a hero. Kill them all and you're favored by the gods. are dangerously imbalanced. 15 penalty to your popularity with the Senate, 30% bonus to your popularity with the people. He's reverent. This man is openly religious and respectful of the gods. Ingenious. This man has an inherently trusting nature that makes him both endearing and worryingly vulnerable. Benevolent ruler. This man likes to see himself as being well-meaning and considerate of his social inferiors, or rather lazy. Inactivity would be this man's favorite pastime if he could find the energy. Apparently loyal. This man has loyalty is loudly trumped, mostly by himself. 20% decreases the cost to bribe. Useless assessor. This man is sadly lacking when it comes to collecting taxes, preferring to believe every sob story of hardship rather than just take the money. 10% penalty and tax income. Outstanding speaker. When this fellow speaks, those around are mesmerized, rallying about his chosen cause. +1 influence, 5% bonus on your popularity. Careless. This man pays little attention to his personal security, -1 from personal security. He became a faction heir. As well, that gives him +1 influence, +2 personal security. He's bad at management, but he has influence and he has some command talent. He also has military tribune. Military experience is a key to political advancement for friends and oneself. That is a +1 command when defending. Improves the chances of getting elected to senatorial offices. 10% bonus to our popularity with the Senate. Has a priest of Jupiter and a Carthaginian account, which says that he was fighting quite a bit there. War. Spain, the House of Jubilee. I saw they were very eager to fight us there. And it looks like we either fight the Spanish here or we run. And I think that it would be a good test of strength to fight the Spanish. This is experienced army that we currently hold here, so it would be good. Mercenary captain, that's one of his retinues here. Years of hard times dealing with hard men make a mercenary captain a wily advisor on tactics, recruitment and pillage. In any case, that's yet to be decided what we're gonna do there.
At your service, moving. At your service, moving.
There are a lot of moments to consider just yet.